All right, stop scrolling for a second or two, because this is not just a fish house. This one watches back. Let's start with the frame. The Bear Cave XL sits on a 33-foot frame built by GS Trailers. It's fully galvanized and rides on a dual-zone, dual hydraulic system. So whether you're on rough ice or uneven ground in the summer at the lake, leveling is smooth, fast, and super rock solid. Up front, we have a couple of B&B boxes. This one on this side is for our tanks, and it also has a storage box up top. The tanks also have tank heaters, which come in handy on those nice cold days, keep them nice and toasty, your propane running smoothly, and the heat great inside. Then on the other side, we have another B&B box up front that we use mainly for like storage, sleeves, hole covers, and some miscellaneous tools. As we walk around to the door, we have a SureStep bumper hitch, which is awesome. Especially, a lot of you know about SureSteps, but they are so nice because when you have cleans off your shoes, they're really, really nice. SureStep is the only way to go. We have a new RV style door here. We have our hardcore covers here, which are awesome. They do a great job on cold days, keeping that cold air out. If you want to take off the covers on those nice summer days or warm winter days, you can take them off. And take a look at this. Underneath, we have the red LED lights for those summer days when it's nice and warm, and also maybe on a warm winter day as well. Kind of really is an added touch I love. And a lighted Sure Grip handle so that when you're going in and out of the ice castle, you got a firm grip, and it also looks pretty cool too. We have a security camera, which is really nice. We can use it on our podcast, but we can also use it as a security measure. Like if we go into a restaurant or something and leave the Bear Cave for a while, we can check it with our phone. Super handy and really nice. Looking forward to using that. And up top, look at this. We have this massive awning, which keeps things cool on those hot summer days. We have the outside lighted speakers, which are an aftermarket product from Castle Winch. We bought those and love them. We have 2 of those on the outside, so if you're out at your campsite, you can crank up some tunes, and it's a great feature. Let's keep walking. Out back is where it really starts to get interesting. Not only can you follow us on all of our social channels, we have the Ice Castle on the road with Ice Castle stuff. As you go by, make sure to say hi, but we also have this out here, and we did a video on this last week. It's a Sparks Overland diesel style heater. They're not cheap, you guys. They're a little spendy, but they're well worth it. What's nice about this one is this is a gas model, so it runs on regular gas. So when you're out, you don't have to bring 2 sources of gas. The other thing is it has operates on 12 volt. It plugs in on inside, it runs in, and then the nice thing is it has an app that you can control it on, but it also has a handheld remote that has a magnet on it as well. You just vent it into the house, you fill it up outside, super clean, super efficient, and I'm telling you, it runs for hours and hours on a couple gallons of gas. Let's keep walking. Of course, we worked with Dave at Sign Dudes in Montevideo. They do all of Ice Castle's, or most of Ice Castle's graphics, and I'll tell you what, they do a great job. If you have a vision of what you want to see on the outside of your unit, work with Dave at signdudes.com. Give them a call. They'll work with you. They do a great job. You know, it's hard to believe that we used to not have Starlink out on the ice, because between DirecTV and Starlink and things like that, it's amazing what you can do on the ice. Whether it's watching football games or whatever, it's great. You can get your Starlink hooked up. We run it right through the side. Great feature. Take it on the road wherever you go, winter or summer, and it works really, really well. Take a look at this flagpole setup we have from On The Go. They have these new extension style latches that make it a breeze to set up your flags, and then when it's time to go, take them down. Oh, by the way, we also added the solar light up top, which highlights Old Glory all night long. Highlighting your freedom here in America, only way to go at the flagpole. One of the nice things about the stub trailers, they have this nice flat spot here, and we put some nice graphics here, talking more about the graphics again. Let's take a walk inside. Welcome inside where it's warm and cozy. And immediately you're gonna notice one thing, and that's the cedar interior. Not only does it look great, but that smell of cedar never gets old. Also, I ran into Nathan from Rustic Metals. He made this handy keychain holder for the Bear Cave. Another thing you're going to notice are the 96-inch sidewalls, which make a great difference inside because it gives you a lot of headroom, and then it also made room for something I'm going to talk about in the back of the house. But before we go there, we have stainless steel sink here with a lot of custom fixtures, which is nice. A lot of these things we added on. You know, this is our third one that we've built. So each one you learn a little bit more and you pick up on some of these. The other thing is lots of cabinet space in here. Ton of cabinet space. As we move down the kitchen, this is really nice. We have an induction cooktop. I really noticed with these ice castles is we didn't use the oven that often. So what we did is we went with the induction cooktop, and then up top we did a 3-in-1 microwave, air fryer, and of course a microwave all in one. Very handy, comes with all the pans and stuff you need for that too. As we slide down, because we got rid of our stove, we also made a lot of room for cabinets below. This is just one example, is our flatware drawer, which we have. Another cabinet that is down below for our pots and pans there. Of course, ample storage underneath the sink as well. But this is by far the most favorite thing in the kitchen, and that is this little slide out pantry shelf that you can host a number of things. Then when you're ready to go, you just slide it in. It automatically kind of semi-locks there, which is awesome. The kitchen also has a great big refrigerator and freezer up top, which is nice. Oh, I also forgot to mention the stone-like backsplash on here. Very, very nice. Little added touch. I did this myself. I found this myself, and we went with that, so I like that. And when we go up front, we have a nice sized bathroom. And one of the nice things about having that stub up front is it just gives you a little bit more room up front. It's not as pointy. Another thing we added on the Bear Cave XL is an on-demand water heater. We have a big king-size closet over to your right. Nice toilet and shower, and then a lot of room for the sink as well. So that's the bathroom. It's got a nice sturdy heavy door too, which is nice when you're in there for privacy. Up front we have this dinette, which is something we bought, kind of an aftermarket dinette we bought. But what's really cool is we have this Smith lift. And what's great about this is the new model Smith lift. It has a single pole underneath, so it's not a knee knocker. Some of the others that have been done in the past are, you know, your knees get in the way a little bit. This is awesome for a couple of reasons. One, all you got to do is pull this switch out, and then you can lower it down, and then you bring your cushions out, and it converts into a bed, which is very, very handy. The other thing about it is, one thing you want to make sure is that you have to have enough travel space. I think it's 19 inches for this to sit down. Be sure to talk to the people at Smith Lift and make sure your dimensions are right, because what I had to do is put a little lift under the beds, or under the two seats, just to make sure there was enough travel space for the Smith Lift. So it's very, very handy. It's easy to use. And of course, also up in the dinette, we have a TV area. And this is where we'll do our podcast. This is where Brady will operate all the controls from. So what we can do is bring down the controls. He can sit at the table, and whoever's our guest can sit in the back with me, and he can operate everything. Nice feature as well. Cabinet space is always one of the things you can never get enough of when you're talking about the ice castles. It's just hard to get enough cabinet space, but we've really done a good job optimizing the space. One thing we're going to do is these are our wires for our live stream. They're going to actually go above the slide out there, so they'll be kind of undercover. But we also have room for this massive cabinet. Part about this cabinet is it comes out a little bit, but because we've got so many slide outs and stuff, it really doesn't feel like it takes a lot of space. So up top we have our room for all of our switching equipment, which is where we have the unit for the Starlink as well. We have another cabinet up here that has plenty of space. We put our live scope right here. I love it because of two things. One, and probably the most important thing, is our holes here, so we can shoot a beam back to all of the holes in the rear of the house and put it in forward mode, and you can see all of the lines in the back, which is nice. And of course, if you don't want to do it that way, you could also take this out and put it in the back. But we have it hooked up with our big, massive 75-inch TV, which is a nice added feature. Then in here, this is a cabinet, and basically what we've done is just bought some of these big bins from Menards, and that's where we have those. Of course, I have my auger charger in there as well. The added feature that you're gonna love of the Bear Cave XL is this backup or off-the-grid power charger that we have in here. What's nice about it is when you get to the golden hour of fishing in the afternoon or in the morning, you can go dark, go silent mode, and run this and in virtually no sound. You don't have to, fish don't have to hear your generator running. And I think we can get about 9 to 12 hours off grid on that single charge. So when you're not using that, you just charge it. When you want to use it, you just hit the switch and you're good to go. We have wireless set-on chargers. You just set your phone on and you're good to go. Charges in minutes. As we move back, we have our live well, which is awesome. Last one we had on the Bear Cave, it has a bait side on this side and it has a regular fish live well on this side. What I did on this is I cut out the bait side, and you can do what you want. One reason I like that is that it lets the air circulate better. It tended to get a little cloudy on the bait side and stay fresh on the other side. It gives the fish more room to roam inside the live well, but it also, I don't want to get up to get bait every time I need one. So that's what I did, but you do with what you want. And it's a nice feature. Oh, and I did also put the hoses in here in a hole right down below so that you can just run the hoses right into a hole and it's super easy to use. Expanding a little bit on the cabinet, we have cabinet space above here, which is good. And then the nice part about this, we'll talk about the castle winch bed on the other side, but we have a two-sided cabinetry up top so you can access it on both sides. And then of course on this side we have more cabinet space. We put all of our rattle reels up there when we're traveling and things like that. Now let me take you to the back where it all happens. This is the best part of the Bear Cave XL. Come on with me. Everyone loves this as their favorite feature. We have an entertainment area here which includes 2 of these reclining sofas. It also has a 75-inch massive TV. What's pretty nice about these recliners is you can kind of customize them. Originally, I was going to have 2 of them in here. I decided to put one out on the floor because it just makes it more inviting. It's less crammed up here. You're able to have a bunch of people watching the live scope on the TV, or you can do a split screen on the TV to watch your favorite Netflix show from the satellite. Or you can also have, of course, the live scope up there as well. These LED lights from Derek at Delighted are fantastic. I love them. You can change colors on them. They do all kinds of different colors. You can operate them simultaneously, whatever you want to do. And then down below, we have a 60-inch massive fireplace from Greystone, which is another aftermarket thing that I sourced. But the combination of all this is just awesome. A lot of people ask, why slide outs? Do you like slide outs? Are they problematic? We have not had any problems with any of our slide outs. I love the dual slide outs in the back because it really gives you a living room feel. It gives you an area where you can all fish. We have the jackknife sofa on this side so you can sleep extra people here. We also have the 2 recliners. And then of course we have the big screen TV, which is also such a nice feature for this fishing environment. So we find that this is our fishing area. We do fish up front a little bit, but this is where it all happens back here with the live scope and everything that we have back here. So big, so comfortable, so fishable. All those things are what make the Bear Cave XL great. The other thing that makes it great is that diesel heater that I mentioned earlier on. The vents come right out here, so it balances the heat between the front and the back, and on a warm, not a super cold day, I can run all my heat, and listen to how quiet it is. You don't even hear the thing. It's just incredible. The best feature, let's move up here. And because we have all that space back here, we can do this castle winch bed. It's a king size bed, and at the touch of a finger, you can lower your king size suite all the way down and sleep on it. It's a king size monster bed, super comfortable, and it is a sleeping dream. Hey, I want to thank you for coming along on the tour of the Bear Cave XL. We're really excited about this. We've had a lot of great feedback on it. Of course, go ahead and leave your comments down there because we like to hear what you think of the Bear Cave. Of course, also don't forget to like and subscribe. It's always important to know that you're following along. Have a great time out on the lake. We'll see you next time on the Road with Ice Castle.